pretty fucking awesome.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the journey of your life. So, coming to Portugal for me was like all of a sudden. I didn't plan it. It was a spontaneous thing that happened. I was in Portugal in 2021, I guess, for a retreat. And during that retreat, my wife called me and she said, we received a letter from the landlord saying that we have to leave because he found somebody else who was willing to pay more money, which was interesting. And so we just had to leave our home within 3 months. And then this voice inside me said, well, why not move to Portugal? And well, I decided to listen to that voice. And we moved to Portugal in less than 3 months after that. So that was, stepping into the unknown in a land full of strangers, but also leaving the known, right? And so there's like two elements you have to deal with because, well, first of all, there is leaving the unknown, the place at least where I grew up in, and the people that I know, everything that I know, the bars, the restaurants, the shops, the people, and it's like known territory for me. And then all of a sudden you leave all that behind to step into the unknown. For me, this was Portugal. So I've never been to Portugal besides, for the retreat. But it was like different country, different people, different culture, different language, and not just the Portuguese people, but then, little did I know that Setubal was this hub of people from all over the world. So I had to deal, with a whole bunch of more unknowns, you could say. And I think stepping into the unknown is like a great way to, expand your soul, to learn, to experience new things, to grow. And I read somewhere that the soul wants is constant expansion. Well, what better way to do that than stepping into the unknown in a land full of strangers, right? So, and I mean, if you would ask me like this, 5-6 years ago, I'd be like, no, for me, the known was a very, very safe, comfortable, predictable environment. But eventually it just kind of got bored, I kind of got bored with it, and I just had to embrace the unknown. And there's something, I don't know, sometimes people look at stepping into the unknown as stepping into the darkness, and I can see why, because you don't know where you're going, you can't see what's going to happen next, you don't know what's going to happen, right? I mean, your brain doesn't help a lot either, because your brain wants to hold on to the known, because that's very safe, that's very predictable, and the brain likes that. But, let's be honest, what does the brain know, right? I mean, the brain is only a record of the past, and it cannot look into the future. So, and it probably will only project like the worst things that can happen into the future. But, what does the brain know, right? And then there's the calling of the soul, and the soul wants to expand, it wants to experience new things and grow and learn and see what else is possible and see what else is out there. And not just from an external point of view to see what's out there, but what's going to happen to me when I see all that thing and let that reflect on my inner being, so to speak. It's going to trigger new emotions, new thoughts, new ideas, inspiration, whatever. There's so much that can come to the surface, which leads to, growing and, goddamn flies, leads to growing and learning and experiencing so many new things. There's this Latin saying that goes, in sterquilis invenitur, which basically means something like, in filth it will be found. And, okay, in filth is a little bit stronger than the darkness, but, loosely translated, it means something, that which you most need can be found where you least want to look. Maybe the place you least want to look is the darkness, right? So the unknown. But who knows what you're going to discover in the unknown. And the only way to know that is to, embrace the unknown and just take a leap of faith and, see what happens. And for me, it's been very rewarding. Like, it's not like I haven't been freed of growing pains, I mean, I have my doubts and my fears and insecurities, but I would have them no matter what. Even if I would be living in the known, they would still be there, right? And then there's this quote of Mark Twain that I was remembered by. It goes something like, in 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed with the things you didn't do than with the things you did do. So, might as well embrace the unknown and do all the things that I feel like I need to be doing. And the brain objects to them, but, let's see what happens. So, anyways, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, 2 thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. Like the video, share it with people who also, dealing with stepping into the unknown, which is, I'm like everybody, I guess. We all have our unknowns we have to deal with, right? But thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Much love. Bye bye.